All right. Takes off 10 to 1. All right. Ara siu horais.
Nine.
Okay, kalos. Hai korai ta probata horosin. Aha. He kore, he kore, he kore, he kore, he kore. Hai korai horosin, horosi ta probata.
Is horosi a new word?
Isos. So horo,
Mhm.
horo. Kai
It's like a
tu.
lepe.
Nai, hosper Roma esti video. Kai tutoto rema, tutoto verb, esti rema sune remenon. Tut esti contract. Hora o, hora es, right? So, hora o, to proton prosopon, prosopon, persona, to proton prosopon, horao gignetai horo. Gignetai becomes. Horao gignetai horo. Kai horaes gignetai horais. To deuteron prosopon. To triton prosopon. Horae gignetai horai. Ukalapon estin. Ala horaidion estin. Memnesistai. So if you don't remember, like lege horao, hora is lege tacheos. Horais, 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 horais. Horai, 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 horai. Kai gignetai happens, becomes. Horaumen, gignetai horomen. Horaete, horate. Horausi, gignetai horosi. Okay. So, arasiu eteles anagnonai ton proton logon.
Nine. Endete hodoi he melita allas koras horai.
Kalos. Hu he melita horai alas koras.
Who in hodo in te hodo hodoi
Ente hedoi. Kalos. Kai tis horai alas koras.
he melita.
Kalos. Tinas horai he melita.
As koras
Tas koras. Alas koras. Kalos. Okay. Hai de korai ten melitan horosi, horosi, kai kalusin alten, kaleo, kai to kaleo esti rema sune remenon. Ala ukesti ao, ala eo, like phileo, phileis, philumen, philete, philusi, kaleo, kaleis, so kalo, kaleis, kale, kalumen, kalete, kalusi, kalusi. Kaire o melita pasin esti legusi. Henikos men pasi, pletuntikos de pasin. Kalas. Okay, siu. Anagnotiun.
He de melita, kai rete o pilai pesin, ti poiete.
Kai tuto to hrema. Poie o. Esti hrema sune remenon. Poie o, poie es, poie e, poio, poies, poie, poiumen, poiete, poiusi. Kalos.
Is it poiete? Poiete?
Poiete.
Poiete.
Poie ete. Poie ete.
Mm.
Ignitai poiete.
Mm.
Haide, just hai korai, haide korai, el te deuro passing, o melita, kai blepe, horomengar probata, entoi agroi. Anagnoti antibolo.
Arda su horas ta probata? Hede melita. Esti ta probata, ego gar huc oro auta, tide orate, humes?
Nai. Pu esti ta probata. U legatai pu esin ta probata. Tiati. Dioti to udeteron genos, the neuter, to udeteron. To triton prosopon pletuntikos buletai rema henikos u pletuntikos. Feel like a class. A la hermeneuomen, we translate hermeneuomen, where are the sheep. A la Hellenisti esti uk esin. Ti anglisti semaine alta.
Like those over there, those.
Yeah, them.
Them. That's one, of course. Yeah.
Altos, alte, alto, dunatai semaine, he, she, it. Kai, self. Galos. Hide horata hines. Okay, haide. Blepe deuro. Ara uk horais. Ara uk horais. Siu ta probata. Ta entoi tu pilipu agroi. Sandwich. Ta probata. Ta entoi tu pilipu agroi. Let's see.
Why is the ta repeated? Is that just because I assume the ta is probata twice?
Yeah, that's right.
Sort of like the sheepfold, the one that is in.
Exactly. It's a good English public grammar moment. You could do this two ways. You could just have the one ta and keep probata all the way at the end. That'd be a true sandwich. Ta intoi tu pilipu probata. That'd be like the most neutral. Or you just add another ta here, and yeah, it's a little bit more clarifying. It's almost pointing. It's almost dictic. Don't you see the sheep? You know, the ones in Philip's field. Either of those work. It's not quite the same to get rid of the second ta and leave it otherwise as is, because then it's not attributive position anymore. It would be called predicate position, where it's like implying a verb to be. It's not quite right. You would want it either this way or big sandwich with probata at the end. You don't want it just this. You don't want this phrase dangling here without an attributive position article there.
Is that because you would sort of expect like a relative clause in that situation? Or do they not
Yeah.
do those as much?
They don't do it as much. They
Oh.
have them, but they don't do it as much because they don't need them. Like in
Yeah.
Latin, you'd use qui quod a lot more because there
Yeah.
isn't this article here. But because they have these, they frequently just have it be a article sandwich.
Okay.
Um,
It's cool.
okay. Hedemelita alla udynaton estin hogar Philippos ta probata in toi aulioi eke alla u hraidionestin horan. So horan, horain, horain, aparimphatos, horain, 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 horan, haran, haran, haran. Kalos. Tiesti to enantion toi hraidion.
Kalapos. No.
Kalos,
Yeah.
kalos. Okay. Siude antibolos anagnoti.
Aide korai dieti passin. Katabainomen eiston agron kai ta probata horomen. Gar makra estin he hodos.
Dieti u katabainomen, katabaino, anabaino, katabaino, anabaino. Eistonagron kataprobata horomen. Ugar makra estin herodos. Kalos. Aradelon estin?
Yeah, can I summarize real quick just to make sure I understand it? Okay, so if I followed along, Melita, well, the other girl said, we're watching the sheep, and she said, I don't see them. And they said, and one of them said that they're in the Aulio, it's like a sheepfold, right? Of Philippos. And then I'm not quite sure what this last thing, like what they're trying to say. I guess because they couldn't all fit on the road.
Oh,
big enough, or what?
Glad you asked. So then Melita says, it's not easy for me to see. And they're like, well, why don't we got that binomen? Why don't we?
Oh, that's us, not the sheep.
Why don't we go down to the field and see the sheep? For the hodos is not makra.
It's not big.
Well, it's not long. So
long.
The thing is,
okay.
This is a tricky thing in Greek. Is megas, megale, megon, which is also irregular. It's like magnus. It's like big / great. Alexandros ho megas. Macros, makra, macron is big / long. So sometimes you could use either one, other times definitely not. So here with a road, it's long. It's not far.
Not wide, like they can all fit. It's far. Okay.
Yeah, they would use a word for wide if they wanted to express that. If it's when in doubt here, it's going to be long longitude. Galos.
Okay.
Okay. In de tutoi, meanwhile, in de tutoi, proscorre neanias tis, neanias, ho neanias tu neaniu, pais megas. Hosper Roma is the Juvenis. It's the like Pais Neanias Aner. Neanias tis. Hosper Philippos. Philippos is the Neanias. Neanias tis onomati Hydros, proskore, doulos de autoi akolute. Dus die doulos opisten badisde. Kai to rema akoluteo, so contract, rema suneremenon, akoluteo, akoluteis, akoluto, akoluteis, akolute, syntasetai, te dotike, the dative. Altoi akolute. Kalos?
Nine. Neainias esti Paidiros is the nomen,
Esti
right?
pais.
Onomati is a means name.
Onomati esti nomine, by name.
Yeah, so Paidros is the name, right? Okay.
Hutos honeanias, onomazdetai, passive, paidros. Hutos honeanias, kaleitai, paidros. To onoma autu esti paidros. Kalos. Okay. Sude, anagnoti antibolo.
Hode neanias boa kai speude odule pesin. Ara uk horas ta probata ta in toi agroi.
Boai. Boa o. Kai rema sune remenon. Estim. Boaes, boae. So boais, boai. Bomen, boate, bosim. What? Speude, dule. Ara horais ta probata, ta entoiagroi. Ara horais hoti, that, ta probata, ek bine, ek tu auliu. Speude. Kai elaune alta, altis, eis to aulion. Aradelon, potron delonestin, erotais.
Ita Kalos?
Kalos?
Ita. Nine.
All right. Anagroti antibolos.
Hode doulos alla dunatones si speudein pesin o despota ogar helios mala plege ego de mala camno.
Plege hosper in te arisdonai. Kalos. Mala camno. Dus die bulomai kateuden. Isos bulomai hesuchasden. Kalos. Ho de paidros. Mega boai. Kai me pluare. O mastigia. Passing. Iti de. Kai speude. Iti de. Just go. It is irregular. Iti de. Elte come. Like weni. Aga weni. Iti de like e. Horomayasti. E. Aga. E. Go. Hurry. Iti de. So da, mm, Polakis, often. Polakis, hermeneuomen, we interpret, we translate. Hermeneuomen, what? Indeed. Allah, indeed, aye, kalos, akuatai. It strengthens the previous word. That's the thing you got. It strengthens, however you put that in English can vary from place to place, context, but it strengthens the preceding word. Like a quidem, or maybe a little stronger. Galos, mega boai, shouts greatly, shouts loudly, right? Mega boai.
Is mega here like is it an adverb?
Kalos,
It looks like
kalos.
an adjective.
Yeah, both. I'm full. One of the things you can do in Greek is a neuter adjective, especially the plural. That's the most common. Like a neuter plural of the adjective can be used adverbially. You'll see some more examples. There's a few common ones I can't think off the top of my head. Oh, when we say, so I say kalos a lot, and that isn't a true adverb, but a lot of times you'll hear the superlative, especially if you take classes with Christoph Rico. He says it's like kalista, kalista, kalista. And kalista technically is the neuter plural superlative of kalistos, kalistos, kaliste, kaliston, which is like polkerimos. So kalista, like very fine, very, very nice. Yeah, so mega here looks like a neuter, it looks kind of like a neuter adjective. I think, am I right?
Well, it looks like they're saying a giant boa constrictor.
Yeah, yeah, it does. Well, let me just check it. Make sure it's mega. Wait, I might be, because the neuter singular would be megas, or sorry, megan. This makes me suspicious because megala, I might have just misspoke. The megala would be neuter plural. So hold on, let me check this just to be sure. Accusative can be mega. Okay, so it looks like I think I'm right. It is still technically an adjective. But funky. I get pickier on these. Yeah, more frequently neuter singular mega as an adverb. Very much. Okay, so this thing gets recorded, so any haters on the YouTube comments. Okay, I've already made mistakes before. Mastigia, remember that's what that whip word that means whipping post. It's a nasty, nasty thing to say. Okay. Siu anagnoti antipolo.
Mega un bosin o te dulos kai u despotes tra trecusi de prosta probata kai echelaunusin auta ectu agru esto aulion.
So elauno, drive. Exelauno. Ek tu agru. Esto aulion. Kalos. Oh, good. Almost there. Okay. Haide korai. Horosin hoti ho te hydros kai hodulos ta probata esto aulion elaunusin. Kalos. Siu un anagnoti antibolo.
Heun mellita tais pillait lege ara orate ta probata uc espi tu Philippu ala tu paidru.
Genike, right? Tu Philippu genike. Tu paidru genike. Tais pilais dotica, pletuntikos. Kaidete o pilai. Hora esti moi oikades speuden. Pos legetai allos oikade.
Pros oikos.
Proston oikon.
Oikon.
Prostan oikian. Those work. Kalos. Okay. Noon. Ara horais tauten ekona. Aha. Okay. Tistin hutos. Hutos estin papos. Papos. Tut esti ho pater tu dikaiopolidos. Papos. Papos estin aner. Polon eton of many years. Esti aner. Pu estin. Opapos pone in toi capoi. Hutos ho topos estin capos. Capos. Hortus. Roma esti hortus. Capos.
Not agros.
Okay. En hoi, while, en hoi apesin, uparesin, ala apesin, hosper tad kai yoel apesin, en hoi dapesin hetem murine kai he melita, homen papos pone in toi capoi. In toi capoi, echomen carpon, carpus, o carpos. Kalos. Aulion. Topos en hoi echomen probata. Tisestin hutos. Hutos onomazdatai argos. Speedy. Argos. Ukesti argos. Lazy. Argos. Argos. Keen, sharp, speedy. Argos esti Q-on. Q-on esti. Stoion o Q-lacte. Woof, woof, woof. Okay. Arasiu bule anagnonai?
Nai. Omen pais kai o argos badisdusi prosto aulion.
Was? Q esti heclesis hetrita. Hetrita clesis. Tertia declinatio. So ho Q-on tu Q-nos. So the Q-n is your stem there. You'll see it there. Q-nos, Q-ni, Q-na, Q-nes, Q-non, Q-scene, that one, spunky, Q-nas. So cynic, dog face philosophers, right? Cynic. Kai canis. Okay. Ho argos Q-on esti megas to kai iscuros. Siu?
Hen te oikian pulate kai ta probata.
Aha, pilate esti crema kainon, nu, kainon. Pulato, or pulasso, sometimes well. Well, there's a onoma, esti onoma, a noun, Pulakos, also third declension. Aha, phylactery, prophylactic. Kids love that term. Prophylactic. Um, Tisamine. What would you guess? Tisamine.
Uh, I'm guessing like defend maybe or something.
Guards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulate esti custodit.
Hmm.
Prophylactic, like an IUD, is a standing at the gate there. No. Uh, yeah. So he is Hoargos Pulate tenoi kion kai ta probata.
What's with the little tend to like yeah
Oh,
is
yeah.
mashing the article
It's
in there? Is that what that
it,
is?
it's a little elision. It looks funkier on the font of the storyboard. So it's te oikion, but because it's vowel to a vowel,
Hmm.
it's just dropping off the e there.
So then what is the 10 part? Because I was thinking that was the article, but
Oh yeah, 10 is the article.
oh, then what's the
Um,
T part?
right. So
Are there two articles here?
te so te with an epsilon. Te kai means both and it can either be just back to back te kai in between two things,
Oh,
or frequently the te is stuck between the article and the noun of the first thingy, and then the kai comes later. So like
yeah,
ho
okay.
te hydros kai
Hmm.
hodulos. You
Yeah,
could also just do hopydros tekai hodulos.
yeah,
You could do that too.
yeah. I couldn't figure out what was getting left out, and yeah, Tay makes sense.
No problem. You'll see it a ton. You won't have to try for a while to remember. Okay, pilate, prophylactic guards. Um, aha, tutotos doyon ho lagos. Second declension, but it's a funky spell. This whole thing, declining this thing sucks. Lagos, don't worry about it. Um, it's got a contraction in there, which is rare for nouns, but can happen. Okay. Ho lagos estis doyon smikron kai ho junatai speuden mala junatai trechen takista takeos kai eke megalen oikian pola paidia esti doyon katolikon but don't okay en hoi de badisdusin ho te pais kai ho puon ana ten hodon up or along ho pilipos lagon horai en toi agroi trekonta. Ooh, participle. One ink. Kalos. Hmm. Iti de arge. Dioke. Dioke. Homen lagos. Peuge. Ho de kuon. Dioke. Peuge. Homen peuge. Ho de dioke. Kai Atikisdisa Mine is defendant and is prosecuting a specialized context. A loss. Dioke. Lue un. Lue un ton cuna. You guess Lu Lu, I don't know if we've seen Lu.
Mm.
It's cognate with loosen, actually. Loosen, set free, let go,
Ah,
dissolve, solve. Oh, we've said to enigma luci to solve the riddle. To enigma luci. Think like a marionette puppet, and then like
mhm,
when you it's dissolved, it's set loose. You do it
mhm,
to your shoelaces, do it
mhm.
to a riddle. Lue un ton cuna kai pesin oros to Oros is the mountain or hill. Let's see. Huh, what is it? Passive. Okay. Lege or anagnoti antibolo.
Hode peuge anato horos homen un agros ulacte kai dioke ton lagon.
So peuge homen un argos hulacte o the wolf wolf wolf. Hokuon hulacte. Ulege ala hulacte. Kai dioke ton lagon. Oh, so peuge hosper romaesti. Fuget. Peug fug. Uto de tacheos trechusin. So quickly, trechusin. Guessing a result. Hoste. Yep. Hoste. No subjunctive. Woohoo. Hoste u dunaton estin horan. Horan. Ute ton cuna. Ute ton lagon. Pop-up grammar. Greek doesn't mind double negatives. They don't have algebra. They don't care. So even though something looks wrong, such that it's not possible to see neither the dog nor but Greek doesn't mind that at all. Perfectly normal. And pile up the ooze. That sounded grosser though. Pile up the ooze. It sounds like Ghostbusters or something. Okay.
Kind of like that ta earlier, where it's sort of just like reiterating the negative from before. Yeah.
Okay. Anagnoti antibolo.
Eltedero arge epanelte okuon katarate.
Eltedero epanelte. So epanemi is the altis. It's like epanelte is the hospe romasti ready reweni regredere. Epanelte, come back. Epanelte okuon katarate. Dang dog. Ho un pilipos speude. Meta autus. Not meta, the genitive with, but meta, an accusative after. Meta autus kai boai. Boai. Allah eti, still. Dioke, hokuon. Hokuon eti, dioke. Akron to oros. Hosper romaisti, like, what? In medio monte, not in medio montis, right? Like in English. Or like in summa arche instead of in sum something of the citadel. So akron to oros, like point, acropolis, acrid, acrimonious, sharp. Akron to oros is the anagnoti antipolosa.
Treke un o Pilipos eis akron to horos al uk ora ton cuna.
So eis akron to oros. if you're thinking, why is it os? Well, this is third declension, so it's other forms will come up. This one just happens to have os, which can be confusing.
Mhm.
Like with Latin, there's no one nominative singular for third declension. It could be God knows what, and then it's regular from the genitive down. For the most part, let's see. Ace acron to oro. So we would say to the top of the mountain. They just make a match.
The mountaintop.
Right. Arga. Mega un boai kai kale al uk akue o Argos. Telos semine end or purpose. Finally, telos de atume. Thumos is the spirit. So atumos, the active verb. Atumeo is the be dispirited. Literally.
So it's not crying here, it's just being sad.
Okay. Atume opais kai kata baine to oros. Anagnoti antipolo.
Ti poies o pai poteng hekes kai puestin o Argos.
Poten ek tinos topu or apo tinos topu. Whence hakes graphetai hosper epitu inastotos chronu, present in form, alla semine, like have come, arrive.
Yeah, we saw that last week. Yeah.
Okay. Epimene antipolo.
Epide proskore toi kepoi orai auton o papos kai pesin.
Okay. Epe de and when proskore toi kepoi. Esti spelma typographicon. Spelma error typographicon ecome or horomen duo tonus. It should be capoi. Nothing there, just capoi because it's capos. So it should be cat. So this one's right. This one is should be dropped. Okay. Apo tu auliu hako o pape. Philippos. I got the wrong word there.
I think we're saying backwards. I think the thing at the bottom is said first.
Okay. Oops.
The dialogue. Yeah.
Ho de Argos esti pu. So this pu has no accent, so it's somewhere. I don't know where, someplace or another. Indefinite. A lot of those words that are questions with an accent, if you take the accent off, they just become indefinite. He's pu, he's somewhere. Pu in tois orasin in the mountains. Lagongar dioke. Tisamane dioke?
Pursues. Like pursues or goes after.
Yeah, chases, pursues. Los and tois orasin. Iti de opai. Tiu zdates auton. Zdates auton. Me huto hraitumos Argos hraitumos. Isti. Me isti hraitumos. Easy spirited, easy going in a bad way. Lazy. Me huto hraitumos isti. Hraitumos emi o pape. Ude aitios ego. Remember that one? Aitios?
Mm-hmm. Not my fault.
Like etiological
Mhm.
loss. Tutto to organon esti bacteria. Bacteria. Osper baculum. Bacteria. Megagarbo kai kalo al uk acue hocuon. Ore papos per sim. El tedeuro o pai. Puto lege kai ten bacterian lambane. Anagnoti antipodo.
Kai speude hama toi paidi ana ten hodon.
Speude hama toi paidi esti to alto kai speudusin anaten hodon. Ho te papos kai ho pais. Oh, that's right, cliffhanger. Kalas. Holukos alpha. Holukos meros proton. Kalas. All right.
Next time on Athena's Day.
That's right. That's right. Oh, erotemata questions?
No, this was pretty clear. This was good.
Sweet. We're halfway through this because this chapter is nowhere near as bad. There's Holukos beta, and then there's another long-ish tack on at the end, but it's not the end of the world. And then in 6 we get the mythology, the Minotaur, which is way better written than like most Latin books. Like the myth is like a paragraph, and it just gives you the facts, but there's not a lot of like suspenseful cinematic quality. This one has like then he turned the corner and he could smell his breath, and there's like dead meat on his breath, and like it kind of gives you like the more cinematic play-by-play. Um, and that gets set up in the final part of this chapter where mom's going to sit them down and tell them a story. Um, kind of like Ciura in Lingua Latina, in Familia Romana. Okay, and again, the tip with the contract verbs is stop share. When in doubt, all you got to do is just say the uncontracted form back more and more quickly, and then it just sort of works for the most part. The all ones, I don't think we've seen those yet. Couple of their forms are like a little less intuitive, but basically with the all, the epsilon contracts and the all alpha contracts, those two, they pretty much just sound that way when you say it really fast. So that's what happened, of course, naturally.
Well, and part of it for me is that I think because I've listened to like a lot of the audio that you had produced for the first 4 chapters, I'm better at hearing the words and knowing what you're saying than reading still. Like reading, I'm still not quite used to reading words I haven't seen before. I can kind of like understand most of the letters and be like, oh, that's this word that I've heard. But if it's a word that I don't recognize, I'm kind of just like, and then you'll say, like, oh, I know what that word is.
No worries. It's not a bad place to be. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get back as soon as I can get back to those recordings. If nothing else, I'll do like the quick ones first, and then try to knock out lesson ones. I may not do any exercise stuff for a little while, especially if nobody listens to them.
I don't do exercises. Yeah, I just like listening to
the lesson one. The circling one is certainly good dishwashing stuff.
Yeah.
I've done that for myself at my own level. Like I've taken like Aristotle or Plato or just unadapted text that I want to really be able to read, to listen to the real audiobook, the Ioannis Stratakis one in real time. I'll make a circling version just for myself. It's like just as tedious as the ones you're listening to, but they're of a real text. And then if I listen to that a couple times, I can listen to the full speed regular audiobook by the native Greek guy who sounds really awesome, who uses RCP pronunciation. And then I can actually follow it. But I'm not even good enough at Greek yet to be able to follow an authentic Attic Greek, Golden Age, highbrow text, even if I've read it a couple times, I can't just listen to the audio and follow it. It's just,
Sure. Yeah.
it's too hard. Um,
Yeah.
I have to have read it a bunch, and it's even better if I make myself one of those tedious recordings. So, okay. Awesome sauce. Any other questions?
Nope. I assume we're just
Sweet.
going to continue the
Yep.
next part.
You can reread these first two chunks. I'm sure that
Yeah.
should be easy. In the meantime, if you're hankering for a recording before I get to it, the last chapter that Luke Ranieri recorded on YouTube in RCP, and his is much better than mine because he actually does pitch accent.
Mhm.
He only got up through 5 before he switched to Lucianic pronunciation, and he's done a zillion things with that. He's never resumed the RCP, but this chapter is the last one. It's on YouTube. So it's just that it's straight through, there's no circling or anything like that. But if there's nothing else, you got that for now.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Ace Alties.
Okay.